Greetings, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of City Council, citizens, employees, and other stakeholders. My name is Angel Jones, and I am the City Manager for the City of Portsmouth. We are honored to present you the City Manager's proposed budget for fiscal year 2023, which includes the 5-year capital improvement program for fiscal year 2023 through fiscal year 2027. These documents are the City of Portsmouth's financial roadmaps that guides operational decisions that help strengthen our organizational values, advance City Council priorities, and demonstrate an investment in the health, safety, and welfare of our city. In this budget message, we highlight how the proposed $767.4 million budget reinforces our commitment to fiscal stewardship, operational efficiency, strategic investments, and effective change management. This past year, the Portsmouth community, along with the state, the nation, and the world, has seen unprecedented times with the impacts associated from the COVID-19 pandemic. The initial emergency order to shelter in place halted many activities, shutting down schools, businesses, and other key services. When the emergency order was lifted, Portsmouth responded immediately and pivoted quickly to continue our high-quality services to our community. I want to first express my gratitude for the generous response and hard work from both our council, employees, and all other community stakeholders. We transitioned our operations in ways we could not have imagined before, including creating options for public meetings online, providing planning and permitting services remotely, and connecting our communities through frequent and enhanced communication channels. Our dedication to our community remains as strong as ever. The financial policies and budget principles that guided this budget presentation are as follows. Continue to implement City Council priorities. Balance current revenues and expenses while maintaining acceptable level of services. Minimize impacts of any taxes and fee increases on residents and taxpayers. Ensure employee compensation and benefits are competitive. Demonstrate a commitment to invest in improvements to our facilities and infrastructure. Make decisions in the fiscal year 2023 budget that continues to reset the city's financial plan and create a foundation to maintain a balanced budget in future years. And finally, maintain the highest quality of services. Following me will be budget team members, Deputy City Manager, Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Mimi Terry, and Budget Director, Mr. Trey Burke. They will present the next components of the budget presentation, and I will return later with some parting thoughts. Ms. Terry.
Thank you, Ms. Angel Jones, for that introduction. My name is Mimi Terry. I am the Deputy City Manager for the City of Portsmouth. I would like to take this opportunity to talk Portsmouth. Portsmouth demographics is a snapshot of the statistical data regarding the characteristics of our city. It encompasses our population, age, gender, and the income of the people within the city of Portsmouth. Portsmouth was founded in 1752. It has 47 square miles, 34 land, water 13. Portsmouth has a population of 95,097. The median household income is $52,175. A median age of 35. A percentage of non-taxable exempt property is approximately 41%. with a 59% taxable property rate. Now, fiscal year 2023 budget overview. Total proposed budget is $767.4 million. The general fund budget is $276.4 million, an increase of $23.70 million from fiscal year 2022. The real estate tax rate is $1.30 per 100 assessed value. So no to proposed new real estate tax increases, and yes to a one-time 25% reduction on qualifying personal property tax assessments. Now, let's talk about our budget overview priorities. Employee wage increases for our dedicated and hardworking employees, especially in the current and difficult recruiting environment in which we are in. Evaluating water and sewer billing practices to ensure consumer equity. Fully funding annual allocations to the Portsmouth Public Schools. Community revitalization and expanding technology. Recruitment and retention. Proposed 3% to 5% general wage increase. The state is proposing a 5% increase for employees. Portsmouth, in order to stay competitive in retaining the best and the brightest, we are also proposing a 5% increase. Public education. The city is proposing a $60 million local contribution to Portsmouth Public Schools, which is fully funding public schools based on their annual request. Public safety strategies. I would like to highlight some of the new initiatives for the City of Portsmouth as it relates to public safety. Recognizing that our youth and family experience trauma, we are adding mental health services in schools as part of the outreach program initiatives. Crime prevention and violence reduction. We're aligning our resources to address crime. Community engagement and investment, as well as executing community policing. This concludes my portion of the budget presentation. Now you will be hearing from Trey Burke, Budget Officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Terry, for that presentation, and Ms. Jones for her introduction. Portsmouth embraces and continues smart city initiatives. As the Crawford Gateway revitalization envisions a redeveloped waterfront, we must envision how Portsmouth can thrive in an era where instantaneous information is the expectation. These initiatives will support smart decisions fostered by analytics and data. In fiscal year 2023, the construction of the Portsmouth Fiber Ring will be completed and provide the city with state-of-the-art smart city applications and platforms. As the essence of any smart city is the data aggregation and connectivity of the citizenry. In fiscal year 2023, the Portsmouth Community Broadband Network Authority plans to use the extra capacity included in Portsmouth's fiber ring to offer this resource to its businesses and citizens. All 5 Southside cities, including Portsmouth, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, and Suffolk, form the Southside Network Authority with the goal of connecting the entire Hampton Roads region with high-speed fiber infrastructure. In 2023, the construction of the Southside Network Authority fiber ring will begin. It will provide Portsmouth's fiber ring a direct connection to the transatlantic cable landing station in Virginia Beach, offering Portsmouth businesses direct access to international connectivity. The fiber ring will also directly connect all Southside localities' public safety infrastructure, enhancing service and response time. Our hope is that the ring can foster inter-city services and business collaborations that meaningfully improve the lives of our citizens. The manager's budget proposal funds the implementation of an enhanced online permitting system, which integrates all city development permits into one online workflow. This will give applicants and homeowners a real-time view of their application status, monitor project deadlines, and it can also build trust in the local government. Online permitting software can help monitor project deadlines for complex permitting processes and can also help and identify bottlenecks in a particular process. For more detailed discussion of all the previously discussed initiatives, please see the executive summary of the budget document. City services are primarily provided for by local tax revenue, while state revenue provides supplementary funds for revenue collection in the judicial system. Out of the city's total local revenue, nearly 75%, or $2 million, comes from the citizens, businesses, and customers of the city. Easily the largest sources of revenue are general property taxes, comprised of personal and real property taxes, and they total $150 million of annual revenue. Other taxes includes admissions, sales, restaurant, and machinery taxes, and they total roughly $37 million in revenue. The penny on the tax rate is commonly used to measure the revenue-generating power of its real property base. For each of the 130 pennies in its tax rate, $839,000 of revenue is generated. While the city saw robust general revenue growth, we also saw actual expenditures impacted by inflation for both wages and products. Salaries grew 8%, reflecting the entry-level adjustment for police officers, monies allocated to implement salary decompression initiatives, and the 3% general wage increase. Other operating costs grew by nearly 15%, reflecting new initiatives and costs for things such as gas, energy, rent, and contractual increases. This slide shows the portion of the operating budget obligated to debt service payments. City policy states that budgeted debt payments in any year should not exceed 10% of city and schools' revenue growth. We are currently at 9%. A critical part of maintaining the city's strong bond rating is responsible use of fund balance. This budget uses fund balance for one-time expenditures, such as capital projects and retirement appropriations. Factors which could possibly downgrade the city's credit rating: inadequate retirement funding, and dipping below fund reserve policies, and using fund balance for recurring expenses such as salaries or operations. The Capital Improvement Plan is a 5-year document which guides large capital expenditures such as buildings, infrastructure, roads, and information infrastructure. Activities scheduled for the first year are funded, while the out 4 years are considered just planning. The listed projects are under consideration for inclusion in the 5-year program. The final adopted capital budget will be formulated based on affordability, public input, and final city council decisions. Some of the projects include the Skilled Trade Center, the Churchland Elementary School replacement, the new middle school, high school athletic field complexes, Cavalier Manor Recreation Complex, the Sportsplex, new City Hall, new Public Safety Complex, the Craddock Fire Station, a new jail facility, the new County Street parking garage, and Charles P. Little League field improvements. Activities such as stormwater management and water and sewer public utilities are funded by charging user fees in exchange for services. In order to meet the operating and infrastructure needs of our residents and businesses, the city adopted a policy of annual 75-cent increases for stormwater fees and 5% increases for water and sewer usage fees. These increases are necessary to make sure that we meet regulatory requirements. On April 12th, city staff will make budget-related presentation at the public work session, and city council will hold a public hearing on the budget and CIP. On April 26th, city staff will make a second budget-related presentation, and council will hold a public hearing on the budget and the first hearing on the effective tax rate increase. On May 10th, council will adopt the budget and related ordinances after holding the second hearing on the effective tax rate increase. Ms. Jones will now provide some closing thoughts and remarks.
We would like to express our appreciation to those who were involved in developing the budget. Preparation and adoption of the budget is a team effort involving nearly every employee in our organization, constitutional officers, and every city council member. I would like to extend a special thanks To our Deputy City Manager, Ms. Mimi Terry, our Budget Officer, Mr. Trey Burke, and the Finance Department for the preparation of this budget. The City Council, our resourceful and dedicated staff, and of course, our residents all have a role in continuing the city's reputation for excellence. While the full impact of COVID-19 cannot be fully estimated, we believe that this budget reflects the best information available to the city. Our city has been growing consistently with new businesses, infill development, and substantial new development, and we expect it to continue in the coming years. This proposed budget encourages the professional development of our staff, puts people in place to provide enhanced services, preserves infrastructure, ensures quality education and recreational programs for our youth, maintains facilities, and lays the groundwork for future growth, all with the ultimate goal of ensuring residents of our city enjoy the highest possible equitable standard of life. We look forward to your participation as we begin the budget process and as we move to a fiscal year 2023 approved budget. Thank you.